Assalamu alaikum. So this is going to be a quick review about how to practice SQL queries on this website sqlite.com, www.sqlite.com, sqliteonline.com. You type the address in your web browser and press enter, um, and the interface to interact with the database will be opened up for you. So we need to create, either we create a database or a table, or we can upload it as well. So we already have a database to work with. We can use that to practice all the SQL queries that are part of the course. So I'll be sending you the file, which will be students.db. Click on file and then click on open db, and you can browse to wherever that particular file is stored. It might be in downloads when you're going to download it, of course, and double click on the file or click on the file and click open. Now that file is uploaded, we have the database on this website. We can interact with the database using the select queries. So the first query is going to be uh, displaying all the records in the table. Select star from students and a semicolon, click run, and it shows you all the records that are available in that particular database. We can, of course, we can select specific columns from it. So if there are 6 columns or 6 fields in it, or 6 columns in it, ID, first, middle, last, house, and birth, and the uh, the data types of these columns are listed over here. So we have ID as integer, which is number, a normal number that we have. Of course, it's not going to have any fractional part to it. If it had a fractional part, it would be kept as real or float. The second one is varchar. A lot of them are varchar. Varchar is variable character. We're going to think of them as text. And the last one is also birth. So with ID and birth, we can perform mathematical calculations and apply some functions on it. With the rest of the 4 columns, we cannot do that. So select ID comma first. If you need to see the IDs and the first name of the students, click run, and it shows you the ID and the first name. If you need to count how many students are there, then select count, or how many records are there, select count star. It would show you the count of the number of records this particular table has in it. Okay, so let's extract the data based on certain conditions. So select star from students, um, where ID is greater than, let's say, 1490, semicolon. So it's going to show you all the records that are greater than 1490, which I think it already starts from 1496. So let's give it something else. Let's start from 1520 and click on run, and it shows you all the records starting from greater than 1520. We can also combine multiple conditions together using AND or OR. So if I need to see those students whose ID is greater than 1520 and their date of birth or year of birth is greater than 1980, so we're going to combine the two conditions together using the AND keyword. So and birth is greater than 1980, click on run, and it shows we have only one student with those particular conditions. If I change that and to or, the condition becomes any students who has the ID greater than 1520, or they have their birth year greater than 1980. So if either of the condition is true, it is going to display the record. So we can see all those. We have this 1496, a record that has the ID of 1496. So this condition is not true. This is false for this particular record, but the year of birth is greater than 1980. So which is why this particular record has been displayed over here. So if I want to count how many students, how many records have been extracted based on this condition, then I'll click on run, and there are 19 records. We can also apply the sum function as well. Sum functions are only applied to the id only to the numeric field. So we have this id or birth. So if I want to count, if I want to sum up the birth years of all those students who were of all the records that were extracted based on this particular condition, then sum birth and click on run. So their birth years added up would give us this value. So if I wanted to, let's say, find the average of their birth years, then I need to divide by quantity, and we can get the quantity by count. So we can combine multiple functions together and it will give us the average, which is 1979. Okay, so I'll be sending you some commands, some SQL queries. Try to work with them, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.